My name's Tim. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and a huge Star Wars fan. So my inspiration for the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon is basically I have a big Star Wars setup in my basement and built the UCS Falcon. And one day I saw the smaller set of the this Falcon, the Solo Falcon, when it came out. I set it on top one day and it was of the older Falcon, and I was like, wait a minute, I can do this. So I started designing this in Bricklink Studio. It took me about 4 or 5 months to design, right about 11,300 pieces, and then started building it in real life for a show. And so it took me about 60 hours to build it. Let me walk you through it. Essentially, this front part, as in the movie, completely detaches when they do the Kessel Run. So this comes out. This has a full interior here with 2 pilots, and that can just pull off. I'll just pull it off for you guys. Just set it down. There we go. And now it looks like the Falcon before it gets destroyed by the Maelstrom. So all these pieces come off just like the regular Falcon. And when I designed this, I used the skeleton of the UCS Falcon as the base, and then I built up all these plates because I wanted it to be thicker and have a nice uniform flat look, a tiled look, while still keeping the Lego studs. So you'll notice if you go down here with the mirror, I did a full tiled ventral side, which is really important to me with these wings here that collapse under the I'm lacking for the word of the thing that holds it up. Anyway,
The feet there.
the feet, yeah, the feet. And so that's something that I really wanted to do, is give this a nice clean look on the bottom, because I really admire builds that have a lot of tiling to them. So you'll see the common room here with people hanging out playing Dejarik. Chewy serving pizza and beverages to anybody who comes along. I'd just like to give a shout out to a couple people. Ultimate Collectors Stickers did the custom stickers for this build, and then Light My Bricks sponsored the all of the lights that you see in the build here. So
I love the kind of control station, the way
Yes.
the lights light up there. That's awesome.
yeah, so the lighting design took quite a while. But what you'll see here is the red and white blinking lights. I just took a small drill bit, drilled through those pieces, and then put the light behind it to create that effect. Let me pull off a little bit more of that. We'll go to this room over here. This is, you can see that. Let's take that off. Lay that there. This is just a little control room that Han is. I used a lot of Technic pieces in here to just create a sort of a maintenance room, sort of room here. And then that lifts off. You can see all the lighting hubs here.
That's the tech center there in the middle.
That's right, the tech center, exactly. One of my favorite parts of this build is the bunk. I had a lot of fun building that and designing that. Chewie's sleeping in there right now. A lot of Easter eggs in here. I don't know if you can get on the other side right here. Maybe not. But I put a docking bay 327 reference to the Death Star docking bay. And then one of my favorite rooms we're going to uncover here is the cape room. Right here. And that's Lando's cape room right there. Yes.
That's
Everybody knows
amazing.
the cape room from the movie. But always gets a lot of attention. Shoved as many capes in there as I could, and it's always colorful. People always like that room. So
Are those all official Lego cape
are
colors?
not.
Okay.
No, because they're like $7 a piece. I didn't want the cape room to be half as expensive as the entire build. So, yeah, this was like a love for me, because I've always enjoyed the Falcon, and Solo's my favorite movie. So I really enjoyed putting this together. And the back part of this, thrusters. I used a lot of reference in books and the movie to put this together, so this is kind of a clean look that you can adjust back and forth. Cockpit here also has controls from lighting. You'll see there that it can fit 4 passengers, and you got L3 in there as well. But yeah.
What I love about this is you went with this color scheme and like the Kessel Run design, and not just the old UCS Millennium Falcon that Lego has made the kits on. We've seen a lot of different models of that over the years. So because you did that, was it difficult to get any of these parts in like the white and blue, or any of this color scheme that isn't as normal as the gray color?
Not really. I think the hardest parts to get were underneath. There's a lot of inverted tiles on the bottom. Those are the most expensive parts, but there isn't anything super rare in here, which I did that on purpose because I've received a lot of requests for instructions. Haven't quite got there yet. I'm partnering with a couple people who do professional Lego instructions for mock builders. So hopefully that'll be out within the next year or so, but it'll be easy for anybody to duplicate this once we put out the instructions.
That's great. And one thing you mentioned earlier, incorporating a lot of lighting into this build, which is something that a lot of people I know are interested in doing. So what did you learn about that process here, and kind of how to best incorporate that and fit that in with all the pieces?
I think the most important part of this process is just being creative, going through each room and deciding what you want to do with the build, how you want to light it up, seeing how much light you can get shoved in a small space, and then just experimenting. So the great thing about Light My Bricks is, number one, they have great quality products, which is important if you're doing something like this. And number two, they have a lot of flexibility in their parts. So a lot of different size lights, a lot of different hubs that you can use. So I just basically, when I got done, I owe it a lot to my creativity, basically, is what I like to say. It's not hard, but it's very time consuming. Takes a lot of effort and patience because the elements are so small. So it wouldn't be the same without the lights, in my opinion. I think lighting adds so much to a model.
Especially like this, when you can have like the control panel, or really those really small details like that.
Yeah, very important. And that's what I've seen today, and I've taken this to a couple shows, is a lot of people like to get down and see what's going on in that control room. It brings the build to life. And that's why I think lighting is so important and recommended for anybody who's building a mock.
Yeah. Well, fantastic work. Thank you so much for all the effort you put into this build and for bringing it out to the show. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.